Hi everybody, welcome to Story Station. My name is Sandy and today we're going to read Mouse and Hippo by Twohy. So let's get our bodies ready. Can you make your letter O's so that you can open your big bright eyes and see all the wonderful illustrations? And now you have your letter C's ready. Put them in back so you can open your ears and listen to the great ideas that Twohy has about a mouse and a hippo. And last but not least, put your fingers next to your throat and open up your voice box so you can show me all your ideas that you have inside your mind by yelling them out or helping me sing the wonderful song that talks about all the parts of the book. Let's see if you can help me. The title's on the front, the title's on the front. Hi-ho, biblio, the title's on the front. The author writes the words, the author writes the words. Hi-ho, biblio, the author writes the words. The illustrator draws, the illustrator draws. Hi-ho, biblio, the illustrator draws. The spine binds the book, the spine binds the book. Hi-ho, biblio, the spine binds the book. And now it's time to read, and now it's time to read. Hi-ho, biblio, and now it's time to read. That was great! I bet you know all of the parts of the book now. Thank you for singing along with me. Well, today's story, again, is called Mouse and Hippo. And if you look very carefully, you can see that great big hippo. Where is he? Does it look like he's in the park? Or in a jungle? Or in the water? And that little tiny mouse, where is he? It looks like he's on Hippo's head. And he has something very interesting on the very top of Hippo's head. He has some things in his little paws. He has some paper, and it kind of looks like a brush. What do you think is going to happen in this story with a hippo and a mouse that has some paper in a brush? I wonder if there'll be any problems. The hippo's pretty big. Is there anything that you think could happen to that mouse while he's up on top? Let's find out. This is by Twohy. And this book is brought to us by Simon and Schuster. We're thanking them for allowing us to read this book. Here's our first page. What do you think a mouse is doing? Looks like he's standing somewhere in the water and he's painting. What a funny place for a mouse to paint. Do you think really real mice can paint? Whoa! What happened? What happened to Mouse? Whoops! Excuse me, I had an itch. Your itch was me. And help! I can't swim. So it looks like Mouse might have been on Hippo and didn't know that he was sitting on a hippo in the water. And Hippo thought he had an itch, but was actually the little mouse. Help! 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 Would you like to open your eyes so you can watch yourself being rescued? That's the hippo talking. I'm sorry I dumped you in the lake. It really was wasn't your fault. I should be more careful where I set up my easel. Can you tell what an easel is? I think the easel is that thing that Hippo is holding, that he had holding his paper so Mouse could paint.
Let me put your painting back on your easel. Wow, this looks just like real water. I've never painted a picture before.
For saving me, I would like to paint your portrait. You can keep it when it's done. Oh boy, do you know what a portrait is? Let's find out.
I can't wait to see me. What should I do?
All you have to do is not move. And please don't talk while I concentrate. So I think a portrait must be a painting of that person. So there's Mouse with his easel. He's asking the hippo to be quiet so he can concentrate. And don't move because he's going to draw him.
I want to look good. Is this my best side? Be sure to make me look strong. When I smile, I have a little dimple. I'm going to be quiet now. As quiet as a mouse.
And look at the mouse. You're so big that I'm going to use my biggest brush. Look at that great big brush. He's got to paint such a big hippo. What colors does he have there? Can you tell? I'm thinking red and blue. Gee, you don't really know how big a hippo is until you try to paint one. There! Done! You can come and look. My paper was too small to fit you in. Does it look just like Hippo? He's saying the paper was too small. I don't think he was able to do all of the detail, but he got the color right. Do you like it?
It's awesome! If I use my imagination, my ears are probably way up here. And my dimple is right here.
I'm sorry, your dimple was higher than my paper.
I can't wait to get home and hang it over my bathtub. You can come over and see it anytime you want. Oh, I love where he hung that picture of himself. He hung it right over his bathtub. Where's his bathtub? That's right. It looks like it's in a great big area of water, a river or a pool or an ocean. He hung it right from those weeds. I love my portrait so much. I would like to paint you. Oh boy. No one has ever painted me before. You can use my paper and my brushes. Do you think they're going to be hard for Hippo to use that little easel and the paintbrush and the paints? They look so
really small compared to Hippo.
You are little. That's so little that I'm going to use your littlest paintbrush. Okay, stand just like I did and be as quiet as a hippo.
I might help you to know that I love cheese. And I'm a fast runner. And also my mother says I have beautiful whiskers.
How quiet is Mouse being? Do you remember how quiet was Hippo when Mouse was painting him? He wasn't very quiet, was he? Mouse is telling him all about how his picture should look. Okay, here I go. I'm painting.
I bet it's going to be good because you're taking a long time. Can I see it?
Almost done. All right, you can look. Do you like it?
I love it! You made me look so cute!
Do you remember Hippo's picture? Hippo's picture was a great big blue blob.
And what is Mouse's picture? A tiny little dot.
I don't have a small enough brush to paint your whiskers.
It's perfect. I'd like to hang it over my fireplace. There they go, together, holding Mouse's portrait.
Uh-oh.
Look it. They're trying to get it in. Are they able to do it? That looks like a big problem. What would you do to get that paper in? Uh-oh, it's too big for my door. You can decide where to cut. There. So what did they do? They cut his portrait right out with a pair of scissors so he can get his portrait inside his mouse hole. How does it look?
Look at Hippo. He's standing upside down. I'm wondering why he's doing that.
Look at where the mouse hole is. If Hippo was standing up, his eyes would be up here. He'd be too tall. But he stood upside down, so his eye was down really far on the ground by the mouse hole.
It's a little crooked.
Oh, do you think it's crooked?
That's perfect. Oh, there's his eye looking in.
You can come over anytime and see it anytime you want.
Do you remember that's what Hippo told Mouse when he hung his picture over his bathtub?
And Mouse said the same thing. That was such a funny story about Hippo and Mouse. I thought they would be so different, but I think they found some things that were similar, some things that they had in common. It looks like they became good friends. And they painted. They painted portraits of each other. What size brush did Hippo have to use? And what size brush did Mouse have to use? Wow, I wonder if I could paint a hippo. If I would need a big, big brush or a little brush. And if I painted a mouse, what size brush would I need? A big brush or a small brush? Maybe you could try and paint Mouse or Hippo And if you don't have paints, you could just use a pencil. Did you notice that there weren't any details when Mouse painted Hippo? It was just the same color. And when Hippo painted Mouse, he was so small, there weren't any details either. It was just a dot. I don't think they had to be great artists or do a lot of practicing. They just had to draw what they think they saw. Hippo saw a little dot, and Mouse saw a great big blue piece of paper. I am sure glad they were great friends. And did you notice how they shared their paint supplies? I thought that was wonderful. And they displayed their artwork that their friend painted for them right in their home. Mouse displayed his portrait above his fireplace, and Hippo displayed his portrait above his bathtub. Well, I hope you enjoyed reading Mouse and Hippo with me by Mike Twohy, and I hope to see you again next time on Story Station. Bye-bye.